Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. You know, we've covered a lot of different steps. Now I want to cover one key point. And this is going to be the biggest difference to you. Do you know what to say to hold people's attention when they ask you, what do you do? And I handle it a lot of different ways. Obviously, we're in the financial space, and I wear t-shirts that say on the back, ask me how I can make you a millionaire. That opens the door for people asking me, you know, what do you do? I'll bite. What's the words on the back of your shirt mean? Well, you know, we help people build a digital business, and we help them work that business up until they're through their $1 million roadmap. What is it that you say when people ask you, what do you do? How do you hold their attention? You know, I have a couple of key phrases that I use all the time that fit my business and what we do exactly. But this is going to be unique to your business. In other words, it isn't going to fit, you know, ask me how I can make you a millionaire if you're somebody that is in the weight loss space. It doesn't work that way. You have to figure out what you feel comfortable with when it comes to talking to your customers. When I talk about setting up the $1 million roadmap, that will hold people's attention. And that's the reason I decided to call it the $1 Million Roadmap, because we're looking to help you build an online business that starts maybe where you are, whatever your struggling point is, or maybe you're brand new and you never had an online business before. It makes no difference. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to walk through this $1 Million Roadmap and put together an extremely high income for you and your family. But let's say that you're in a different space, or maybe you have a brick and mortar business at this point. Maybe you're a contractor, a roofer, something along those lines. What is your pitch that holds people's attention, that makes you stand above and beyond everybody else? See, one of the things I knew from way back is people stare at me no matter where I go. So I figured out how to make it pay. Get t-shirts printed that they're going to read the back. All my shirts are loud colors that you can see across the street. And when it says on the back, ask me how I can make you a millionaire, a lot of people are curious to know, what do you do? How do you make that kind of money? And that's when I'm able to talk to them. And I'll grant you, 80 or 90% of the conversations turn into nothing. But it's the other conversations that make a big difference. What does it say on your business card? Oh, I know what you're thinking. Automatically, you think, oh, business cards are out of date. Nobody uses business cards anymore. Well, I still do. Guess what? They still work. What you have to think about is this. How am I getting my business out to new customers every single day? What am I doing that's going to make the difference? You're never going to get rich by keeping your mouth shut. I promise you that. So if you're a talker, this business is going to be perfect for you. If you're somebody that doesn't talk to people, guess what? It's a learned skill. I've told you many times over several different episodes of this podcast that it used to be when you shook my hand, I wasn't the type of guy to look you in the eye. I didn't have that kind of self-esteem. I didn't feel that good about myself. But you know what? As I was building my businesses, as things moved forward, I started making more and more money, and I started getting some success and the confidence to be able to look the world in the eye. Be proud of your business no matter what it is. And don't be afraid to talk to people about what you do and how you can help them. No matter what kind of business you have, you're helping somebody with something. If you're an auto mechanic, they come to you because their car is having a problem. you're still helping somebody with something. You can't be in business without solving a problem for somebody. Be proud of the problem that you solve and make everybody aware of it. That's everything I have for this episode of The Money Wheel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.